Hello everybody, it's the Gaming Dad here, and we are continuing Saints Row Gat Out of Hell 100% walkthrough and achievement guide. In this video we're going to be collecting Satan tomes, and you'll see there's 39, they're all split up into different areas, and we've got the collectible finder anyway, so we're just going to go area by area. So the first one will be the Forge. Anyway, Dane says, want the DL on Hell? Find all the chapters to Satan's bestseller introductory guide to Hell. So we're selecting that. Anyway, we have got the collectibles selected in our minimap, and we are starting with the Forge area. So we're just going to start in any order. So here is the first one in the Forge area, and as you can see my little arrows there.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 25, The Forge. For the time being, mineral rights in Hell have been granted to the Ultor Corporation, and the Forge is where they mine and process the materials that are used to build the very foundations of Hell.
The second one in the area is at the back of the altar building. As you can see, our little arrow points there.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 14, The Ultor Corporation. Dane Vogel is an example for what the best of you can become. A businessman who serves as my thrall. This mega corporation exists at my leisure, and assuming it continues to serve my interests, I will allow it to persist.
Here is the third one, and we've seen this many times in videos, which is right in front of the lobby.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 1, The Damned. Welcome to Hell, O ye of questionable morality. Who you were on Earth no longer matters. When you arrive here, everyone from the mightiest crime lord to the elderly gentleman who takes pens from banks begin the same way, as wretched ghouls wandering the streets. As a shadow of a man, you are stripped of your sins and condemned to a meaningless existence. Eternal playthings for a demonic host who is all too eager to ply its trade.
Next up, we've got one here, and it looks like it is on a little walkway.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 40, Shadow Demons. Relentless assassins. The Shadow Demons teleport from rooftop to rooftop, ensuring that there is no place to run to in Hell.
The next one is by some ladders on a walkway. As you can see on the map, that's where it is located.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 11, Eternal Suffering. Often the first instinct a newly damned soul has is to kill himself, hoping that it all gets sorted out the second time around. Well, that's a mistake. The soul explodes into 1,000 pieces and slowly and painfully reforms over the next 100 years. So the next time you see one of those spineless souls running for cover, you'll have a better idea as to why. Why didn't I lead with that tidbit? To punish those who think they can survive without heeding all my words.
Villa Rasa. Whole new plot. Entirely different life.
So the next one is to the east. As you can see, we're located here.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 7, The Day to Day. Every day will be terrible.
So we're in the Barrens area, and Satan has 4 books here. He had 6 in the last one. So the first one is just here below his ship.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 38, Imps. Little bundles of pure sin. These adorable mischief makers serve as perfect pets or slave labor.
The second one of this area is just to the east of where we were.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 17, The Battlegrounds. This graveyard is where dead of the previous war on Heaven were buried. Here it is rumored that demons and angels alike haunt this place to this very day.
The third one of this area is here.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 12, The Barrens. Once a lovely location for bacchanals and ritualistic murders, the heavenly host laid waste to the Barrens in the last war between heaven and hell. I have forbidden rebuilding the Barrens, so it serves as a reminder for what we lost. Only after I lay siege to heaven will I allow it to return to its former glory.
These Barrens aren't going to cleanse
Yes, we know. Anyway, the fourth and final Satan's book is right here.
Little
Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 20. The Flotsam of Hell. Newer souls often marvel at the floating islands that surround Hades. The reality is that those islands are not rock at all, but fossilized remains of the beasts of Babylon. Winged creatures that once served me, but in their hubris dared to believe they could overthrow me. As punishment for their mutiny, I encased them in stone where they flew. To this day, their blood still rains down, burning the pitiful souls that walk below.
And we've done all them in this area, so we're just going to go and check 10 out of 39. So we're continuing collecting Satan's books, and we're going with the den area. As we can see, we've got 10 from the Forge and the Barrens. So we're going to scoot on over to the map, and the first one is over on this little island, and it's on, well, it's actually technically middle, but it is on the roof of the church.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 24. The Black Cathedral. When I was first cast into perdition, my father built this chapel as an opportunity for me to repent. I leave it standing to remind him that I defy him not out of anger, but out of will. I will never bow to God again.
The second one of the den area is here.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 13. The Den of Eternal Suffering. Don't let the official name scare you. This wonderful location serves as our entertainment district. Take in one of Shakespeare's passion plays, enjoy a septuple way, or maybe just settle down for a sinfully perfect hot cocoa. Here you can find it all. Yes, these delights are oppressively expensive, but is it really that different from San Francisco?
Shakespeare calls on his
So the third one is here.
new allies for
Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 36. The Dark Insiders. These elder demons direct the lesser denizens of hell, summoning them to die on their behalf. It is never wise to incur their wrath.
The next one is here.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 37. Plague Bearers. The men are just grunts with bigger weapons and a fancier title, but hey, it keeps the people happy.
The next one is here.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 33. The Deadly Sins. No longer just delightful pastimes. Pride, wrath, envy, lust, gluttony, greed, and sloth have become personified in the form of weapons. Only the most deserving wretched soul will be blessed with one of these treasured artifacts.
The next book is here.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 30. The Halo. Forged by God himself, my halo was a repository of great power. I spent millennia harnessing its might, and even then, I barely scratched the surface of what it was capable of.
And this is the final one of the den area.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 6. Soul Drains. Runaway sins are attracted to these drains so that every unclaimed penny can fill my coffers. I also enjoy dancing shows and found the name ironic.
So if we scoot on over to the usual challenge, it says 17 out of 39. So we're going to get the Satan's books from Shantytown. So the first one is on this island where the prison is, and it's just at the back.
Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 27. Judgment. The destruction of Earth has created a massive influx of souls. However, whereas Hell had infrastructure in place to process the souls quickly, Heaven languished under St. Peter's watchful eye. Even now, St. Peter is only finally processing the last batch of humanity. When the war comes, we will be ready, and God will scramble to keep up.
The next audio book is here.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 5. On Hoarding Sin. Some of the more frugal of the damned take all their worldly possessions with them when they travel, fearful of leaving things behind where they can be taken. Naturally, I've made it incredibly easy for you to spot those individuals, so you may mug them and capture the sins for yourself.
The next book is on the same little island.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 22. The Spires. Our aerial defenses are a precious commodity, and are only to be deployed upon angelic threat.
Just to the north of that is our next book.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 3. Economics. The currency of Hell is comprised of forged sins. Every piece of pocket change is actually thoughts of adultery, murder, and gluttony.
The next book is on the southern end of the island.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 39. Legionnaires. Second only to the Archdukes, the Legionnaires purposefully wear less armor so that they may embrace every aspect of pain on the battlefield.
Here's the next one.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 28. First Aid. Periodically, you may get injured and seek first aid. You may find this to be problematic, as ambulances in Hell get paid a premium to run over people instead of helping.
Just to the west of that area is another one.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 2. Promotion. You can never dash dreams without hope to build them in the first place, which is why I offer you a way out of the simple life of a husk. When a soul is deemed worthy, he is given a demon body, a gun, and an incredible sense of pride. Naturally, after years of torment from the demonic horde, they are all eager to be on the other end of punishment. They become the personification of cruelty and ruthlessness, as I intended.
The next one is here.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 16. Shantytown. Unless you are particularly enterprising or have powerful friends, you will ultimately find yourself in Shantytown. It's crowded, oppressive, and your neighbors will likely try to murder you to steal whatever paltry wealth you've amassed. Enjoy your eternity.
So this one's underground, so you just need to kind of find one of the entrances and run to it, that's all.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 21. Transportation. The price of vehicles in Hell often bar all but the most enterprising souls to acquire one. Yes, they are often stolen. Yes, they have a tendency to spontaneously combust. But the thrill of driving with the windows rolled down even for a day can be worth the decades it takes to afford a new one. Oh, and we also don't offer insurance.
So this one, if you're kind of looking at all the other collectibles, is very hard to see because there is a glyph just in front of it or just around it, so it is difficult, but there it is there. It's up in this building that's got 4 entranceways.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 4. Keeping your city clean. As is imaginable after an influx of souls from an exploding Earth, some souls slip through the cracks. These unrefined souls litter our fair city, and could be a quick source of upward mobility to an individual who finds as many as they can. While the promise of economic mobility seems promising and not hell-like, Naturally, such prizes are highly contested and are the source of many conflicts.
And here is the final book of the Shantytown. And it's on a little walkway.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 18. Dimensional Communications. There are many ways to sow horror on the mortal plane. While haunted VHS tapes have fallen out of vogue, there are still a multitude of ways for our demons to communicate with and torment your loved ones.
And we'll just check how we're getting on with this area. 28 out of 39. So continuing on with Satan's books, this is the second last area as there's actually books in the palace or tower area. So with downtown we are going to find our first one, which is here.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 23. Sinterpol. This privatized militia is one of the two primary peacekeeper groups in Hell. Obey them, and they may only beat you within an inch of your life.
The second one is here. It's on top of a gate. And somehow it wasn't collecting there.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 9. The Coming War. The time is coming when the heavenly host and the demonic horde will have their final battle. And while I will personally deal with my father, Hell needs a general that will lead us to victory. Vlad was found wanting. I have my sights on another.
So next one is here.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 35. The Grunts. Proof that upward mobility exists. The souls selected to be grunts of my army enjoy delights husks could only dream of.
Next one is up here, it's on top of the building for Sinterpol HQ.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 15. The Powerful. You'll notice a few souls that don't look like the others. These damned citizens have paid enough wages of sin as tithes to transform their appearance into one reminiscent of their former life.
The next one is here.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 19. Downtown. The De Winter sisters have revitalized downtown to make it the destination for high-end debauchery.
Next one up is here, it's on the edge of that circle.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 29. The Marshalling Grounds. A marvel of occult engineering, the marshalling grounds allow my armies to travel effortlessly across Hell. Developing the teleportation magic was not without its incidents, however. Few can forget the screams of Trinket the Bear when he was marched forward to be the first test subject.
And this is the last Satan's book of Downtown.
The Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 8. The Archdukes. Every marshalling ground is overseen by one of my Archdukes, the fiercest men and women of my army.
And with that done, we are 35 out of 39. So this is the last area and we have 4 books to collect. And the last area being the tower, or palace, however you want to call it, tower. There is 4, but one of them is close to a comment, so yeah, that's just how it is. So going back to where we were actually, it is actually here, at the bottom, and it's also very close to the next mission marker.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 26. Old Hades. When Father cast me out of heaven, he intended Hades to be a pleasant time-out space. But my fall shattered his gilded cage, and my anger twisted Hell into the world that now spreads before me.
Next up is north of where we were.
The Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 10. The Pit of the First. The center of New Hades is where I made my descent from heaven. As I crashed into Hades, I fractured the land into the 5 islands that now spread before you. As you pass the Pit of the First, it is customary, but not required, required to bow your head in reverence.
The next one is here.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide, Chapter 32. Interlude. I hope you enjoyed Chapter 31's step-by-step instructions on how to sneak your way into heaven.
And the final one is actually right on the ground. And getting this will get us all the books collected and what should earn us an achievement as well.
A Damned Soul's Orientation Guide.
Hang on, the Book of More, man. Found 64 tombs. Anyway, Sam will let you continue.
Chapter 34. The River Styx. The River Styx surrounds New Hades, providing warmth and light. I recommend every soul to go for a swim in the river at least once. It's quite the experience.
Good.
So, with that out of the way, we are very close to finishing our collectibles. But if we go to complete all challenges, it will be 30 now. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell notification to keep yourself updated. And if you could join my Facebook and Patreon, that'd be greatly appreciated also. Last but not least, see ya!